It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Monday, January 28th, 2019, and it is 7 a.m.
Whoop, whoop.
Another week upon us. I don't know what's in that water over there, but man, it's been a
smart water, you know.
Smart water. Smart water.
It ain't working, let me tell you.
It's a beautiful morning. What are you talking about?
What do you think about those direct orders he gave us for the week of February 24th? Red carpet, dancing girls, music, all for his birthday?
All I got to say is expect it when you least expect it.
That's going to be funny.
We need to get out of this. I expect all week.
Say
it's
no
birthday
more.
week. It's not birthday day. It's for me. It's birthday week.
Boy, party.
Have you seen the dancing Cupid that comes around from Hertz Donuts? During the break, I'll find that video. We might get him to come down and visit online on air.
Oh, yes, that would be,
Yeah, that would be good. There's
need
nothing
to talk
good come out of this.
Anyway, welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Bob Recktenwald today. And Scooter Callis, hope your Monday morning's off to a great start. We're enjoying Brood Awakening Coffee. You've got 3 locations in Mountain Home that serve Brood Awakening Coffee. You've got Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, and of course, Balmer Boulevard area right there as it goes into the high school and the junior high. And you've got 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness. So 3 locations of the best coffee in town. Brood Awakening, been a sponsor for many years for us. Mike and his staff do a wonderful job. Great coffee and all kinds of varieties at each location. There you go again, messing with the graphics.
This is for Lisa House right here.
Yeah, thank you, Lisa, for the
It actually looks better, doesn't it, Bob?
I'm not saying nothing.
We'll get even. February 24th is coming up soon. Check out the 3 locations of Brood Awakening Coffee. Balmer Boulevard, Baxter Regional Medical Center, 62 East Plaza, out by Anytime Fitness. Lattes, mochas, espressos, you name it, they've got the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brood Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water.
But there could be 4 locations.
No, there could be. If they open
They could buy the beans themselves and take it home. Right?
You could have a location at your house.
At my house, yeah. That'd be fine. We got one right here. Come join coffee with us. We're at 1226 Commerce Drive. Stop by.
Can you see pepper on that coffee? That little thing would own the dog park. He'd have everything spotted.
My mark, I'm going to remember.
I'm marking.
He does a good job the way it is without the coffee. Check out Brood Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brood Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas, and right here in Mountain Home. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. So much professionalism, dignity, respect, and just caring spirit through the staff at Roller, whether you're in Mountain Home or throughout the state. 29 Roller Funeral Homes to serve you in Arkansas, 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Roller Funeral Homes, I'll tell you what, just top-notch folks. Give them a call today to do your pre-planning. Talk to Brad, Charlotte, Bruce, any of the staff down there will direct you in the right direction. You know, whether it's an emergency situation, totally unexpected, or one of it's anticipated and the time has come, they will help you. So check out Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas and right here in Mountain Home on Highway 5 North. Let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, what's happening in New York with the abortion issue is no doubt upsetting and wrong. To see people applaud an abortion law with these stipulations is heartbreaking. But Lord, honestly, is it really about a health issue? In my opinion, it's a responsibility issue. We all know a woman doesn't conceive a child because someone hit them with a snowball. And then yet we forget about the father's responsibility. Yet all I've heard is that a woman can abort a child in just almost any reason as long as the doctor says it's okay in New York. So Lord, let's re-examine this and help our leaders understand it's not a health issue, it is a responsibility issue. I pray you forgive us, Lord, and that's my prayer today. Amen. Morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas, right here in Mountain Home. Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect.
And now, dun, dun, dun.
He's getting better.
That's a matter of opinion.
I mean the trumpet.
Oh.
Bob's on a roll this morning.
He is the true blowhard.
Here we go.
Wait a
Morning
minute.
weather brought to you by. I better interrupt right here.
So he said February 24th he wants to start getting burned. I mean, celebrated.
He better be burned by that time because it's on a Sunday. Morning weather brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square at Mountain Home, Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11 a.m. Best breakfast, best lunch in town.
You know, we can simplify this portion of the show real easy.
All right.
We're going to have some. Plain and simple. We're going to have some weather. If you don't like it, wait till tomorrow. It's going to be different.
There you go. Weather's done.
Weather's done.
Okay. So I guess we're done with the sponsor, too, so we don't have to know what the special is today. There's
special?
probably chicken fried steak on Monday.
I would guess. You know,
Yeah. You're right. Chicken fried steak, eggs, hash browns, biscuit and gravy, all for $6.88 for breakfast. And for lunch is chicken fried steak with 2 sides of roller cornbread.
what would happen if you ever changed it up?
We
He'd have to
before.
read it from a script.
We have before.
Yeah.
But usually Mondays are always going to be chicken fried steak days. And then we have certain days like Tuesdays.
It ain't changing it up much, is it?
No. And then we've got certain meals for certain days. But then there's some openings in there.
Has anybody ever told you the difference between a rut and a grave?
A rut and
like
a grave.
doing the same thing Monday after Monday after Monday. You know, has anybody ever told you the difference between a rut and a grave?
No.
The dirt in your face.
There you go.
Old Time Restaurant on the
Long
Square
as
at
people
Mountain
are
Home.
buying, I'm good.
Best breakfast, best lunch in town. Check them out on the east side of the square. Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday morning till 11 o'clock. A lot of fun at Old Time Restaurant. Come on out, just like going to Grandma's house for breakfast or lunch. A lot of fun.
Go in and give Amanda a hard time. Tell him Bob sent you.
There you go. Oh, yeah, you're in trouble now. All right, check it out here. Temperature-wise in Mountain Home, we are at a very nice 46 degrees this morning, while Harrison enjoys already 50 degrees. Hardy's at 38, Mountain View at 27, Yelvow's at 47, Marshall at 27. Boy, we got it going back and forth here. Calico Rock along the White River, that's surprising at 46 degrees already. Around the region, St. Louis at 44, Poplar Bluff at 40, Branson 46, West Plains at 44 degrees. 16 in Watford City, North Dakota. They've had some blizzard-like conditions. Sunday morning I was sitting there having coffee and having breakfast. And, of course, being from St. Louis, I keep track of all the friends up there that I've had in the past 40, 50 years. And Channel 4, the CBS affiliate in St. Louis, KMOX is live, or KMOV is live now. And they showed a picture of Interstate 55 at Merrimack River Bottoms, and they had some bad accidents, and they had Interstate 55 shut down in both directions on I-55. About 15 minutes later, one of my best friends, Jeff, said, stuck in traffic on I-55, and I sent him a text that said, you've got a bad wreck there. He was stopped in traffic for an hour, 25 minutes. Well, they cleaned it up, and what happened was there was an ice storm that came through under the radar. Remember, did you watch any radar stops on Saturday night? We actually had snow on the radar over Mountain Home. It never hit the ground.
Yeah.
But from Lebanon towards the St. Louis area, which that's probably 30 miles south of St. Louis on I-55, they had a little ice storm. And they had about 20, 25, 30 cars involved up there. It's really weird. And just that little area right there on I-55 at Merrimack River Bottom. Anyway.
Our guest is here.
You want coffee's over here? Grab some coffee.
Grab some coffee.
We're going to be talking some the Longhorns today.
Feel free to have a seat wherever. We got a couch over there. As soon as we get done with the intro stuff, we'll bring you on.
There you go. National radar is on the map. We have some shower activity throughout Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, all the way up into the Lake Michigan area. A little bit of Wisconsin, Minnesota. And so we'll take a look at that Little Rock stop real quick. There we go. You can see a little bit. Well, that's kind of a lot. From Little Rock east towards Memphis, and Little Rock northeast towards Jonesboro, and then southeast towards Greenville, Mississippi, and then down around El Dorado. This affects Interstate 40 east. And what's the interstate going now from Little Rock to Pine Bluff? Is that 540?
555.
No, 555 is at Jonesboro.
What are you talking about?
Right here down to Pine Bluff. That's an interstate down there now.
Oh.
I don't remember.
I can't tell you the last time I was south of Little Rock that way.
Yeah, me either.
I avoid that part of the state. I-40 west towards Fort Smith and 30 towards Texarkana in good shape. I-49 Fort Smith Fayetteville in good shape. 62 412 east has a little bit in Fulton and, well, a little bit in Baxter County too. Northeast Baxter County, Fulton County, Sharp County, over into Lawrence and Randolph counties in the eastern part of the state. Northwest on 62 412 looks like it's in good shape. 65 to Branson, once you get out of Little Rock's in good shape. You might hit spotted showers on 67 167 going from Little Rock, Batesville to Poplar Bluff. We'll check out the St. Louis stop if I can find it here. It's kind of a greenish blob. Oh, I-70 from Columbia into St. Louis. You're going to have some issues there. This stretches all the way down to Osage Beach. It affects I-44 at Lebanon and Rolla. Once you go east from Rolla, in about halfway between Rolla and St. Louis, you get out of it. But then what you saw, the remnants that were carried over from Arkansas to Missouri, Poplar Bluff on Highway 67, just north of there with some precip, and then Interstate 55, Sykeston to Farmington, the Cape Girardeau area with some precip there. You can see Interstate 64 east of St. Louis from East St. Louis, Illinois towards Mount Vernon with some precip, and then Interstate 70 from St. Louis to Vandalia, Effingham, going to be affected there. Springfield, Decatur, all of that right there. I-24 coming in from Paducah from the south has some precip as well. Southwest Missouri, we'll hit that real quick. From Tulsa, Springfield, Joplin, we have a pretty good line of precip right there, I-44. And you can see that stretches all the way up near to Jefferson City. Depends on what radar stop we can pick up. This is out of Springfield. And so, you know, just Kansas City towards Columbia, I-70 affected. Interstate 49 from Fayetteville. Well, it's not completed from Fayetteville. Let's just say from the state line to Joplin, Kansas City. And so we got some precip.
That's 5:30, by the way. 5:30.
Is it 5:30? Mm-hmm. Really? Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. The national forecast map across Missouri's, if I can find that. Well, let's just click Missouri and see what the greenish gray. That's just a wind chill watch. We've got some pretty cold temperatures coming through later this week. We have some wind warnings here in Nebraska. And then in North Dakota, we'll see what they've got here. I got some family traveling up there. We have wind chill warning and wind chill advisory. And right now in Bismarck it's only 31 degrees, so that's not too bad up there. But they're anticipating some pretty cold temperatures. In Wisconsin, northeast Iowa, Minnesota, all the way over into Ohio, you can see they've got some, I don't see the, must be gale warnings. So just a lot of wind up there. And so down in here we have some snow advisories from Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. And so the forecast for us right now is today a high of 45, and then it cools off to 16 tonight. We have a 30% chance of shower activity for the day. Then tonight a low of 16, partly cloudy. Tuesday a high of 35, and just it says increasing clouds. Tuesday night 12 degrees, cold. Wednesday mostly sunny with a high of 24, low of 13 on Wednesday night. Thursday high of 36, low of 29, 20% chance of snow Thursday night. Then Friday, February 1st, it warms up, 47 degrees.
Is that snowflakes I'm seeing on for tonight?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You didn't.
As the
mention
temperature falls. Well, I'm trying to avoid any type of snow.
Oh, okay.
You know, if you ignore it, it goes away.
Oh, okay.
Chance of rain, then chance of rain or snow tonight. It's 45 degrees, and we're going down to 16. So as what we're seeing on the radar right here on the national scene comes across later today, well, it could cause some snow.
Okay.
Drought monitor in Arkansas hasn't changed since last Thursday. The same thing in Missouri. We're in pretty good shape there. I drive Arkansas for now. Road conditions, all clear in Arkansas. You can go to iDrive Arkansas and check your road conditions there. MoDOT traveler information, which is Missouri Department of Transportation. The light blue is mostly clear, which is just north of I-70 is where they have some issues there. But overall, we have some pretty good conditions going on in the state of Missouri. Morning weather brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Best lunch, best breakfast in town. Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11 a.m. Did you buy your tickets yet for the French Club's dinner?
I did not.
I got two. Anyway, community calendar brought to you by Affordable Housing, 870-741-2883. Chili supper on February 22nd. We can take him to the chili supper.
Nah.
Takes place at Century 21 Lemac Real Estate Office.
I would, but I'm going to be, I'm out of town like every weekend, so.
Another excuse.
Wrestling season's over by then.
He's got to have another excuse. He's scared now. You got him scared. The Mountain Home High School French Club's having a chili supper race funds for the 2020 trip to Quebec. So be sure to support the French Club. I got my 2 tickets on Saturday. Yeah. So check it out. Anybody got something on community account? It's kind of a slow part of the year. Don't forget sports registrations on February 2nd and 9th at the LC Salmons Youth Center. Register for football, baseball, softball, swimming, tennis, and all the city activities there. 9 to noon on both days, either February 2nd or February 9th. You come in, get it all done at one time, and you don't have to worry about it. I just
wanted to tell Bob, because he's like, well, wrestling's over by then. No, it's not. That's state tournament that weekend for high school. 22nd, 23rd. Just throwing that out there. Might be over by then.
Just throwing that out there. I think he's making it up so you don't tackle him for his birthday. Come up on 7:16. We better take a break. We got Bob Recktenwald Sports we got to get to, so be right back.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
It's that time of year again. Time to take a hard look at your Medicare health plan. If you're looking for a new plan or looking to renew your existing plan, now's the time to renew all your options. At Bacco Insurance, we'll sit down with you and show you all the new choices and options, including $0 premium plans with low copays and dental, vision, and hearing benefits. Let us help take the confusion out of selecting a plan and find one catered to your needs. Contact Bacco Insurance today, located at 351 East 9th Street, Suite B in Mountain Home.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn and Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn and Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Have you ever known?
Bob's been misbehaving.
No, not Bob.
I need to update something real quick. The Missouri Department of Transportation map just updated. Can we throw this on? Just since we went to break, this area right here from Springfield up to about Lebanon, They've changed this. They've got a little bit of precip on the roads here, and then I think it's Highway 54 up there. So
It was on there when you brought it up the first time.
Was it? I didn't notice it down there, but just in case,
blind.
we've got it covered.
At your age, we just assumed you couldn't see it. No, I didn't know.
Get back to directing and stop talking. Wait. Bob.
It's Monday Morning Sports.
Monday Morning Sports with Bob Recktenwald.
And the crowd goes wild. Flashbulbs in every direction.
This morning we've got the Viola Longhorns baseball coach, Clayton Gardner. Coach, welcome.
Yay.
Good morning, guys. Thank
Good to
you.
have Viola over here today.
It's a little bit different. You know, we usually charge a fee for folks that come across the lake, but
Hasn't
we'll
got the
waive
bill
it
yet.
today. Yeah,
I hear
no,
you.
we'll waive it.
We'll put it in the mail.
We might. But since you started in Mountain Home and you actually haven't crossed back, we'll be okay with it.
Yeah. I started over here, so headed east.
Well, normally, like, what the purpose of having the coaches on is, I've always said that a lot of these schools, the student athletes spend as much time with their coaches as they do their family, especially when their sport is active. And what I like to use this time for is to let the moms, the dads, the aunts, the uncles that don't get to see you find out who you are, what you're made of, where are you from. So where are you from?
Well, I'm actually from Viola, Arkansas.
Okay.
So I went from first, second grade all the way until I graduated from Viola. Graduated in 2003, 2004. I went to college for 5 years, and I never really intended on being back at Viola, but that's just the way the cards fell. And we had an opening up in 2009, 2010 when I came back.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to Crowley's Ridge College for 2 years.
Okay.
We were junior college then, and then transferred from there to the University of Central Arkansas and finished up there, and I took a few classes through Arkansas State, Jonesboro.
Did you play baseball?
I did. Played 2 years at Crowley's Ridge. Back then it was a junior college. Now it's a 4-year school. But I played 2 years there, my freshman and sophomore year. And then when I transferred to UCA, I wasn't quite good enough to play with those guys. So, there comes a point in time where everybody's got to hang them up. That was my time to hang them up. So,
Okay. So do you teach classes other than a sport?
Absolutely. At Viola, we're a little smaller and we do things a little bit differently than a lot of schools around here, but I also teach social studies. So I have economics, civics, some world history, and some U.S. histories.
They actually teach civics still?
We do, yeah. We teach government and civics, and I think it's great because, especially with politics and things the way they are today, it's really good to have kids educated and to know where they fit on that political spectrum. And a lot of them haven't even really thought about it once it comes to voting and how all that works. But once you get them in there and you can debate a lot, which is fun in class, and they really enjoy that. So
Good. I still think it should be mandatory that every school should teach a civics course.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
Well, because, you lose so much when they take that away. Prime example. How is it okay for New York to do abortions up to the date of birth and ban the death penalty?
There you go.
How is that okay?
it's all political.
It's called responsibility.
Yeah. And that's the big problem that we have. We have the bullying issue in the schools today.
I was just reading in Oklahoma, a boy would beg the bus driver, drop me off down here because this guy's, once you get me off the bus driver kicked him off the bus and the guy was beat up and they got it on film. Now it's being investigated by police. I'm just looking at it here.
You have the bullying issue that seems to be getting bigger and bigger. If these kids would be made to be responsible for their own actions instead of mommy and daddy or somebody stepping up, well, he didn't mean it or this or that. Give me a break. Responsibility is a big issue. Anyway, when you played baseball at Viola as a kid, as a student athlete, who was your coach?
Deion Hargrove.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all are familiar with Deion Hargrove, but he was a great basketball coach, a great baseball coach. In 2002, we won the basketball state championship with him. And a couple years prior, in 98 and 99, we won the baseball state championship when he was there. And then my last year, Jeremy Lewis came in.
Were you a dual sport athlete? Did you play basketball?
Yes, sir. I played both, yeah.
What made you go on to play baseball at college?
Because I love it. I love it.
You like baseball?
it's my passion. It's my heart and everything and I always wanted to do it. I always wanted to play. And I never was really very good, but I love to play. And so,
what position did you play?
I played left out a lot.
Left out?
No.
Is that the same position on the football team that's called left end?
No, I was a catcher in high school and I played American Legion for these guys over here in the summer.
I was just going to ask if you played any Legion ball for Lester White.
You bet, buddy. You bet. I've coached with him in the summer for many years, and then last year I had a job opportunity open up this summer with the Corps of Engineers, and so I did that this summer. But was a catcher, and then I got to college and figured out I wasn't as good a catcher as I thought I was. So got converted to the outfield and played some outfield also, and DH and hit a little bit.
Good.
So you're not Yadier Molina?
As much as I would love to be Yadier Molina, no doubt I'm not Yadier Molina.
To be a catcher takes some talent, and for him to be able to throw somebody out at first base while still squatted down behind the plate, that's pretty good.
You bet. Yeah. He's one of the best in the business. Yeah. He's highly respected, and he's a good one.
You don't have to entertain his Cardinal BS. We can go on about the Longhorns.
He's a Chicago Cubs fan.
No, actually, I do.
Let me help that. I am not a Chicago Cubs fan, though I do like it when they win. I am anybody that plays St. Louis fan.
Well, I probably shouldn't say this on television here, but Bob, I'm a Cardinal hater too. So,
what's your team?
In Viola, that's the team around, and my kids, on my team, most of them are Cardinals fans. But when I was 12 years old, my dad's dad, my grandfather, took me to Arlington.
Oh, yeah, Texas,
and we went to, and that wasn't my first Major League Baseball game, but it was my first game where I was old enough to be all about it. And I fell in love with the ballpark.
Pretty down there,
and ever since, I'm a diehard Texas Ranger.
There you go.
So you guys can understand why I might have a little bit of hatred in my heart for St. Louis.
2011.
Was that their new stadium, the ballpark in Arlington?
Yes, sir. It was the new stadium there. It was beautiful, the red brick and all the stuff that outlined the ballpark.
I hear they're getting a new one now.
Yeah, we're building a new one right now. Yeah.
Really? Rangers getting a new one?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot similar to Minute Maid. It's in
Houston.
Yeah.
Where's it going to be at?
I'm not sure, actually. Somewhere down there around the same area, I believe, is Jerry and all that.
If you were a catcher and you were a Texas Ranger fan, you have to be a Pudge Rodriguez fan.
Love him. He's a great one. He's really great, and I think and people would argue with me here, and I'm gonna say this on radio. I think he's better than Yachty in his prime. But I think that I think what Pudge Rodriguez did for the game of baseball, he kind of revolutionized that catcher position. Really
brought a lot of awareness to it.
Sure. He made throwing people out from the knees cool and a big deal. And then other guys followed that suit, and but yeah.
Well, let's throw this up on the screen real quick. Let me get past this ad. Let me get past this ad here. We'll refresh this real quick. We've got about 10 more seconds here before it. Let's throw this up on the screen so everybody can remember.
We have
this
awoken.
Here we go. Boom! David Freese. There it goes. How many runs scored off of that? 2. Yeah, we tie the game. Look at this.
It's up on the screen over there in case you wanted to go suffer through that.
It's not. I'm not keeping it up
there. There you go. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm ignoring you right now. So I appreciate being on the show.
Here's a home run. Here we go. Now Joe Buck is saying, "We will see you tomorrow night." Looky there. Hey.
What does that have anything to do with the catcher?
Well,
we were talking about catchers.
We kind of. This is not Texas. We kind of beat Texas right here.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then. So hey.
There you go.
All I say is quit living in the past. Man.
Even Adele at his age might find one. Anyway,
it's fun though, ain't it?
No comment.
I mean, baseball in general.
Yes, absolutely.
Baseball in general. I mean,
I love it. It's the greatest sport in the world.
I hate to see. Look at what happened at Cincinnati. I mean, they won 29 games last year. You hate to see a franchise like that. And I remember when Texas was down, and then in 1990, St. Louis was lower than a Gopher's basement. You hate to see a franchise down. You like to see good competition.
Absolutely.
And I mean, and it's the same thing in any sport, football or whatever it may be.
We've got a young group of people. I say kids. They're men coming through in MLB right now. Guys like Bryce Harper and Mike Trout and some of these younger players that are really reinvigorating and kind of getting the youth back in baseball. And you see more bat flips and more emotion, which is kind of an unwritten rule of baseball. You don't do those things, but you see more of those young players coming in, and I think it's really kind of changing the game a little bit for
And when the Cubs won the World Series, I watched the celebration at Grant Park. It was a class act.
Sure.
I mean, it's just, it couldn't have been better. I mean, no, my team didn't win, but congratulations, Cubs, and whoever won. It's fun. It's a fun sport.
7:30, we'll take a break, come back with Coach Clayton Gardner from Viola Longhorns, and then we'll actually talk about the Longhorns when we come back.
Notice every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
We're back. Coach Clayton Gardner, Viola Longhorns. Coach, how old's your team? You got a bunch of young guys, a bunch of old guys,
well,
a bunch of returners?
We have 12 guys. I have 4 seniors, 3 juniors, and 5 sophomores. I lost 2 guys from last year, my starting catcher and my starting third baseman. But we finished 31-3 last year. Won the conference, won the district, finished in the Elite Eight of the state tournament.
You've brought some notes. You must have had some coaching. Somebody must have gave you a heads up on what I was going to be talking about. Because you asked me and I didn't answer.
Here's the deal. If what we say all the time is if you fail to plan, then you can plan to fail. So
there you go.
I like to be prepared.
So you researched a little bit and found out what I was going to be asking about.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
So all the guys that you've got playing. Now, is your team made up from 9th grade to 12th, or is it sophomore through senior?
We have 9th. It's 9th through 12th. We don't have any freshmen this year, which is the first time I've ever not had any freshmen.
Will that hurt you next year?
Maybe a little bit, but I know we have some 8th graders in our school and our program and our system that are coming up. They're going to really help us. So, and we've got pitching depth all the way through our classes, through our seniors and juniors and sophomores. So, I think we'll still be we'll be okay. We'll be fine.
Now you said you had how many seniors? 4?
I've got 4. Carson Guffey, Dalton Roart, Kevin Foster, and Will Wilson. 3 of those guys pitch for us, Carson, Dalton, and Will. In the front of my rotation, I got 2 mean left-handers. So that really helps. It's Will Wilson's left-handed pitcher who's committed to Alabama A&M University, which is a Division I school down in Huntsville, Alabama. And then Dalton Roark, another left-handed pitcher, plays first base when he's not pitching. He's a dandy too, and he'll end up going somewhere also. So
cool. So your schedule will start when? When will your?
We start February 25th against the Timberwolves of Cedar Ridge, and so we're trying to get ready for that. We got about 20 days left to get ready for that.
In what classification do you guys play?
We're in Class 1A. We're in the smallest classification in Arkansas. So,
okay.
And around here, your Norfolks and your Israel County Consolidated, Calico Rock, That's pretty well the core of the teams in our conference. And you don't find many 1A schools around. I feel like us and Mountain Home are kind of a lot in the same boat, because to play with some of those highly competitive schools in your classification, we got to travel. We got to go. And so it makes it a little bit challenging and a little bit difficult. But with the way I try to do our schedule, we do the best we can to get 3 and 4A schools all loaded up in the schedule. So then when you get to postseason play and you see some of those 1A state tournament teams, you try to be ready.
So your 1A conference is who?
Well, they've changed that twice on us this year. The AAA did that around Christmas to us the second time, but right now ICC, Norfolk, Calico, and us is our conference. Before Christmas, it was Lead Hill, Omaha, Western Grove, St. Joe, and all those teams over west, and then Viola, ICC, Calico, and Norfolk. But they switched it up on us. I think some of those teams over there didn't have enough to make a conference, so they removed those guys to the west, and they left us our little 4 teams here in the east.
So your travel's not too bad for conference play.
No, for conference play.
So who will you
no.
pick up non-conference?
We have a lot of teams that we try to pick up, and like I said, we start with Cedar Ridge. Sloan Hendricks has been good over the last couple of years, so we're going to go there. Cave City, 4A school, and Coach Smith and Coach King do a great job. We go to Newport, Mountain View, Valley Springs, Highland. Coach Marty Nymeyer's phenomenal. They have a great program. We're even going to Thayer, Missouri this year. I think Coach Carver and I are going to try to get together and figure something out and come over here to Mountain Home. Tuckerman, and then flipping Coach Blevins, who's now over there.
Okay.
We're hooked up with them a couple times, and then some other 1A schools across the state: Mammoth, Hillcrest, Concord, Westside, Midland.
How big is flipping?
I think they're 2A now.
Any of those 3?
They were 3. I'm not sure. See, the last 2 years, our conferences, the AAA had a 1A, 2A combined conference, and so we were with Flippin, Cotter, Salem, and those guys. And then this year, every 2 years, it recycles, and they recycled us back to a 1A conference. So I think they're 2A.
Okay. You've got a fundraiser sheet there. You want to talk about it?
Absolutely. I don't know if you guys have ever had a chance to come out to our ballpark at Viola, but
I'm trying to think, where's it at? Is it there at the school?
No, sir. It's about 2 miles down 223 south.
South, okay.
Like you're going towards Calico Rock at the only intersection in Viola. So if you're headed from this direction, you turn right at the only intersection in Viola.
Now wait a minute. Is it stop sign or stop light?
We don't have any stop lights. It'd be a stop sign, but you hang a right and head south, and it's about 2 miles to the ballpark down there. We play at our Viola City Park. This year, our mayor, Mr. Jackie Estes, and a few other people on the city board decided to build a park board. And so we have a Viola park board this year with 5 or 6 people on it, and they're really working hard to renovate our park. We've tried to fundraise for money. We've built brand new dugouts that are going to be awesome.
Let me see your flyer right there. I'll take a picture. Maybe we can get that on the screen while you and Bob do some talking here.
Yeah, we're working on that. This Saturday, February 2nd, we're going to have a huge yard sale at the school at Viola to try to help raise money. We're also having a pulled pork dinner there. We're gonna auction off some kids and auction off some people there.
Whoa.
And
this could get us in trouble.
And we're going to do some other things to try to help raise money. So we're trying to complete our ballpark renovations. We got some new fencing going up. We're trying to get roofs on our dugouts before our season starts, which is February 22nd. So as many people that want to come out or help out and come to the school on February 2nd, that'd be great.
What are you doing selling kids?
It's not really selling kids.
Well, that's what you said.
We've got them. We're thinking about breaking them up into some groups, and I'm going to sell myself included. So, but we're just going to auction off a couple hours
just
at a time.
Oh
yeah. we're gonna sell them off. And our kids work extremely hard. So first and foremost, let me say that
make a slave for a day.
Our kids work really hard, and our community is super supportive. And so we have people in our community that it's really a donation, is what it is, but it's a way for us to kind of get our kids involved in our community more and, have them out there investing in our community and the people in our community. So,
and this money be used for just for park renovation for you?
Yes,
for the
it's
ballpark?
going for equipment for our new dugout and to help put the roofs on and to fund that project. And bat racks and benches and lockers in our new dugout, because as of right now we don't have anything in there. So we're trying to get some money to help that, and with our softball program too. So it's for baseball and softball, trying to get our cool things for our dugouts.
What is the student population of Viola?
Student population, we average about 23 people a class. So 23 ninth graders, 23 10th graders, 23 juniors, and seniors. So it's a little over 100, probably in our high school total.
Wow. Are you still messing with that?
No, trying to get it to take the password.
Oh, well. So when you're preparing for your season, do the majority of your student athletes also play basketball?
Absolutely. Bob, and I was going to talk about that. I've got 12 guys on my roster. I've got 6 baseball guys and 6 basketball guys. So we don't really get our basketball guys until after the conclusion of their season. So they'll come in right now. They're doing some band work, just on some Jaeger band workouts. A couple of my guys that are basketballers are throwing some really short bullpens, 20, 25 pitch pins right now this week, when they have time. But right now basketball season is the priority for them, and their conference is unbelievably loaded. And so they're trying to work on that. But I won't get those 6 guys until the conclusion of basketball season, whenever that may be.
Do they have a tendency to go on to the conference championship and then?
Sure, we've got some really good talent on our basketball program. New coach Skip Delaney came in, and he's doing a great job. And their little point guard, sophomore Gage Harris, is a pretty good one, and he's got some good pieces to go with him. Absolutely, but the number 1 team in the state in ICC. I don't know if y'all have seen them, but they're pretty good. And you've got them and Omaha and Western Grove and Calico Rock, who's also, last time I checked, was in the top 10 in the state classification ranking. So they're going to have to battle, but I for sure think they can make it.
Did you get it down?
Yeah, got it right there.
Well, let's pull up this fundraiser information. Let's talk about it again real quick.
Sure. Yeah, like I said, we're trying to raise some money for our ballparks and things. So that's kind of what we got going. The yard sale is going to be in our school storm shelter there at the high school. We'll go to the cafeteria, and we'll have a pulled pork dinner for everybody that wants to eat, and then we'll go finish up in the gym and have a little auction and some more things to try to raise some money.
What you can't read or can't see on the bottom of that flyer that's on the screen is this is a matching funds deal with Modern Woodmen of America.
Sure. Yes, sir.
Awesome.
So the more people that can go out and participate with these guys, the more money they'll make, and Modern Woodmen will match funds with this, and that's a good deal for them for sure.
Absolutely.
I'm not seeing the date. What's the date on this?
February 2nd.
It's February 2nd. Coming up this weekend.
Well, I hope it's nice weather for y'all.
We'll mostly be inside pretty well the whole time. So.
Oh, it's supposed to be 54 degrees on Saturday.
Good. That'll be good. Good deal, yeah.
You bet.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty nice. What else you got on that sheet?
Oh, man. Let's name off my guys real quick. You mentioned how many seniors I had, those 4 guys. 3 juniors, Clint Lester, Brandon Martin, Caden Meredith. Caden's our ultimate utility guy. He plays all over the field, and that's one thing at Viola that we have to do is, I've got, out of my 12 guys, I've got 7 or 8, I think, that can throw a little bit and pitch a little bit. So it's a constant rotation, If my shortstop's pitching that day, then somebody's got to move to – my second baseman's got to move to short, and then I got to move somebody to second base. So it's just kind of a constant rotation, and Caden does a great job. He'll play second, third, outfield. He'll play everywhere. Brandon's we're working with him right now on getting him behind the plate some. Extremely hardworking kid. Kind of converting him from an outfielder to a catcher, and he'll be good. Clint Lester plays first some, also a little bit utility guy, and he hits it a little bit. So he's a good one to have. My sophomore class, I got more sophomores than anybody, and they got a lot of talent there. Carter Graves, right-hand pitcher, everyday third baseman. Andrew Cantway, another left-handed pitcher. So I've got 3 left-handed pitchers in my rotation, and they're all they're they're all pretty good. So that helps.
So what's the psychological thing? A left-hander on the mound with a right-handed batter.
Man, what benefits us is in our area, you just don't see many left-handers.
Yeah.
Really anywhere. And I've got 3. So I've got 3 lefties and 4 right-handed pitchers. So I think that's really going to help us. That's an advantage for us when you're not, teams you're playing haven't seen maybe a lot of that, and we can roll those lefties out there, and it might be a little bit different for them.
So you got 3 left-handed starters. You're going to use one in the bullpen for a reliever. If you got a right-hander on the mound.
We are all starters, and we are all bullpen guys.
There you go.
So the situation will dictate what we do there. And the AAA's made it kind of harder on us in the last couple of years with mandated regulated pitch counts.
Oh.
So, they said that, if a kid throws 30 pitches, he has to sit a day and rest a day before he can
30?
pitch again. And then it works on up. It goes from like 0 to 30. You have to set a day from 30 to
30 pitches?
Yeah. So
in a game?
Yeah, per day that you pitch, however many pitches you throw, you have to have so many days rest before you can throw again now in baseball. So if you throw 30 pitches, you have to set a day. You can't pitch the next day. From 30 to like 48 or 50 is 2 days. You have to rest 2 days. From 50 to 80 something is 3 days, and then on up, I think 80 to 100, which the max you can throw in a day now is 110, I think. So if a kid throws 110 pitches that day and he starts,
so you don't have to pull him out after 30 pitches.
No, but he dictates how you can use him in the following days. So we have, that's a lot.
I've seen even in Major League, I've seen first inning, go
bad.
Hey,
we don't want to do that.
27 pitches in the first inning.
We want to fill it up. We want to work 13 pitches or less an inning and save on pitch count, because that hurts a lot of smaller schools. We're blessed.
Let's shoot for 9. If you go 9 per inning, that's three strikeouts per inning. Yeah,
sure. But a lot of small schools don't have a lot of pitching, and we try to develop pitching, and we're blessed with some pitchers, so it kind of works in our favor too.
Do you think overall, if we look at the history of go back to MLB across the board, do we have the talent on the mound that we had in the last 50 years as you compare?
I think it's different. I think the game changes and kind of evolves over time.
Sandy Koufax,
sure,
Whitey Ford,
Bob Gibson,
Steve Carlton,
Vida
Blue.
I think that I think
what was the kid at LA Dodgers came up from Mexico? Fernando Valenzuela.
Mm-hmm. I think
John Drysdale.
Yeah, I think kids. I think we're throwing harder today.
Good.
How many guys in the MLB do you see, especially guys coming in out of the bullpen? And back then the closer role or the setup role wasn't as big a deal as it is now. I mean, essentially you're paying a starting pitcher $30 million to get 5 innings.
Yeah.
And then he gets a bridge there for 1 or 2 innings. Then you got your setup guy coming in, he gets an inning, and then your closer's coming in throwing 102.
You're basically at least 3 pitchers a game now.
Yeah, and so I think you watch a Major League Baseball game and watch those guys that come out of the pen. Every single closer setup guy that they roll out there is 96, 98,
Well, then the
99,
Cardinals
100.
had this kid coming in throwing 105.1.
Sure,
but you got the guys in the broadcast booth wearing a helmet.
Sure.
So what good's 105.1 if you don't have the accuracy?
Yeah.
Who else you got?
Carter Graves, mentioned him. Andrew Cantway, Gage Harris, the right-handed pitcher, middle infielder. Luke Worsham and Blaine Marbury, all sophomores. So got 12 guys there, and they'll be ready to go.
First game?
February 25th. Cedar Ridge.
At Cedar Ridge. When's your first home game?
My first home game is against Sloan Hendricks. I think it's February 29th, 28th at home. We're our first home game.
Sounds good. What else you got? We'll wrap her up.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
Fun.
Scooter, got any questions?
Nope. I'm baseball. I've never really followed it, so yeah, I'm with you.
Some low flying jets, boy. Yeah, baseball was not a full contact sport, so I didn't have no part of it.
There you go. There you go.
Anyway, Coach, we appreciate you coming out this morning and maybe we'll get you come back about mid-season, and we'll see what's going on with you.
Absolutely. I appreciate you
Best
guys
of
having me
luck to
on.
Viola.
Good luck with your
Thank you.
fundraiser,
Thank you.
and have a good season.
You bet. Appreciate it.
See you next time.
Thank you.
Scooter?
Break. Be right back.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrub stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Gray's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractable, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. 7:51 and a half.
And a half?
30 seconds.
My golly.
There you go.
Right.
Hey, last Tuesday night, Lady Bombers beat Searcy 66-35, and the Bombers beat Searcy 60-57. Last Friday night, the Lady Bombers beat West Memphis 24-22. Talk about a tight game.
24-22.
24-22.
Yeah.
But the Bombers got beat 55-46. During the JV game over at West Memphis, they had a young player. I understand he broke his leg or got hurt bad enough they had to rush him to Children's over at Memphis and do a quick surgery on him. And
Which team? Our team?
Our team. And I understand he's in good spirits and everything should be okay, but we just want to let him and his parents know that they're in our thoughts and prayers, and best to the Bryant.
A broken leg in basketball?
Yeah, best to the Bryant family, and he's going to be out 6 to 9 months, it sounded like. Pretty bad break.
Not good.
But, Scooter, let's talk wrestling.
All right, let's talk wrestling.
Well, do we want to talk about the past? Or we just want to look forward to Thursday night against Jonesboro?
No. We actually did really well. We went to the state duels, and we talked about this before. Duels is not going to be our cup of tea this year.
Right, duels was at Greenbrier.
Yes, and we ended up doing very well, I thought. We went against our first team was Little Rock Christian, which early in the season they had beaten us early in the season, but we thought we were our kids were ready to go, and they fired off, and we actually pulled off the win against them, which is 48-23. And then the second team was Greenwood, and we knew we wouldn't fare well with Greenwood. They ended up taking the championship as far as the state title. So, they have a lot of kids, and a lot of them are seated in the top 4 of the state regular individual state tournament. So they just, they're bringing some experience to the table.
Mm-hmm.
But winning the first one kind of put us in the championship bracket, which means that we're going to be facing some tough teams going into Saturday. First team, which is Searcy, and they're another big team. I think they ended up finishing third. I think Lakeside beat them.
But we didn't fare well with them. But then we went against the last team being Greenbrier. And we did real well. The problem is we had a few kids that weren't feeling good. They were sick. And every little thing changes you on the mat. I mean, you're
Absolutely.
not breathing right, whatever the case may be. But they did pull off the win against us. It was 44-36, but we ended up we had 3 gaps in our lineup to begin with, so you're giving up 6 points per gap. And then with a couple kids sick, it was a little tough road. But they wrestled really hard. I was very excited about how they wrestled and how they did. So
you get parents out there that say, well, gosh, we can't win at wrestling. Why are we doing it? We're spending the money, making the trips, blah, blah, blah. If the football parents would be more encouraging to their student athlete to go ahead and try this wrestling and help them fill those voids, like you said a minute ago, it's 6 points per void.
Yep.
So you started, and we had 2 matches last week. Each match we started either 18 or 24 points down from the get-go.
Yep.
When you have to start out that low and fight back to try to win, it's almost impossible. So I'm sitting here telling you, or asking the parents, look, it may be too late this season for it, but next season, encourage your student athlete in the off season to wrestle. Help them fill those voids, and you'll see this program turn from a losing program to a winning program. Because you've got to have the voids filled.
And
period.
That's the thing. When you're giving up six points a spot going against the dual teams, and we graduated a lot of them last year.
Mm-hmm.
Way too many kids last year. So we're a young team this year. We've been up there. We've been second in conference. We've been, this was not going to be that year. This was going to be a rebuild year.
And you knew it up front.
Yeah.
But if we had some other athletes come out in the off season, not only is it good for the wrestling program, but it's awesome for the football program.
It is.
The agility, the thinking, the thought process, what am I going to do next? It's not just stand there and do the motions. You've got to anticipate what that other wrestler is going to do. And I don't care how many linemen there are out there. And you don't have to be a lineman to wrestle. You can be a running back. You've got a couple running backs this year that are wrestling.
Yep.
A couple of ends. I don't care who you are. You can't just stand there and do your position in football. You've got to anticipate what that other player is going to do. And we've talked about this in the booth for 10 years. What can we do to make this different? What can we do to make a change? Well, there's several changes that need to happen with our football program. One is we need strength and conditioning. And the strength will come by hitting the weights. And you got to have someone that can deal with that and work with that. The conditioning, there is no harder conditioning than wrestling, because it's the toughest 6 minutes you'll ever do is on that mat, because it's full go. And if you're stalling, you're going to get a penalty for it. So these two can work hand in hand along with the strength and conditioning coach.
I agree.
And I encourage the parents to, my son's a football player.
I grew up in a town where it was hand in hand. If you played football, you wrestled. It was mandatory. You just didn't have a choice.
And there are a few schools in Arkansas that are doing that too. Searcy's one of them, I believe, that if you're on the football team and not going to basketball, you will wrestle.
Yeah. You have 2 minutes, by the way.
And parents, there's nothing wrong with that. A good off-season program is good, but it's an off-season program by necessity only. Yeah. There are plenty of other things that these kids could be doing that will help them in the sport they enjoy, which a lot of them it is football. So words of encouragement from a dad that's been there.
Come on down. I encourage people to come on down, check out our last home meet, which is this Thursday. It'll be against Jonesboro. And
is it a single?
It's going to be a single, just kind of an in and out tournament. So it'll be good for everybody. Come on down. It'll be at the hangar. I would imagine 5:30 is going to be the same time. It'll be a good match. We've been anticipating the Jonesboro one. We've been with them in some meets, but we haven't faced them yet. We've been holding off till this Thursday. So 31st this Thursday, go over at the hangar. Other than that, the high school will be off this weekend. There's no tournament this weekend. The youth is going to Missouri Nationals this weekend. And
they'll leave out when?
We'll leave out Friday and go do weigh-ins Friday night and then start wrestling Saturday.
And Missouri Nationals are where?
At Lebanon, Missouri.
Lebanon, Missouri.
Yep.
So, 45 seconds.
Good. Coming up Thursday, I need to promote this. Thursday, this show will not be seen. We have an XL7 television special production called Addictions, Bullying, and Suicide. A young boy, 10 years old, committed suicide due to bullying in Kentucky this past week. We had a bullying incident in Oklahoma over the weekend, and so this is to bring some awareness to these three situations right here in the three-county area.
There you
7
go.
o'clock on Thursday and 5 p.m. on Thursday the 31st. Bob, Scooter?
Been a long time waiting. Highly anticipated, so hopefully
There you
it'll
go.
turn out as good as you hoped.
See you tomorrow, everybody. Thanks.